Hello there. Today we're going to study coordinating conjunctions. We are going to learn some rules and also the meaning of each of the coordinating conjunctions that we have. So let's get started. In this slide, I would like to explain the meaning of conjunctions and how we use them. So conjunctions are special words that are used to link two words, phrases, or clauses. Also, we can join together two simple sentences and make them into a compound sentence. But don't worry, I'm going to explain everything step by step. Now, let's answer this question. Can I use a conjunction to link anything? The answer is no. We can join words and phrases that they are related, that they might express same ideas, similar ideas, opposite ideas. They can also express effect and cause, or cause and effect. In the first example here, I'm going to explain how we join words and how this sentence is still a simple sentence, but it has two nouns, two subjects, and we're going to call this sentence a complete sentence, which is the same as a simple sentence. Mary is a subject, and is a conjunction, and Peter is my second subject. We call this in grammar a compound subject, but this is not a compound sentence. It is only a simple sentence that have two nouns, joined by a conjunction. Our getting is only one verb, and married is my object. So Mary and Peter are getting married is a simple sentence. Now that we have that clear, we are going to review some comma rules and other different cases when we join phrases or words into phrases with a conjunction. So conjunctions can also join phrases. When two words or two phrases are connected using a coordinating conjunction, no comma is needed. So look at the cases we are not going to put a comma. Example A. Joining phrases. She stood up and left the room. She is my subject. Stood up is my phrasal verb. And is my conjunction. No comma, because after and I don't have another subject. After and, if you notice, I have the verb left, because for that exact reason, We call this a simple sentence because we are using the same subject. If you notice, we only have one subject, she. Stood up is my phrasal verb, and left is another verb. So no comma is needed. And the name of this sentence, remember, is a simple sentence. Example number 2. I want to study at my university library. That is a complete independent clause because I is my subject and want is a verb. Now, if you continue reading, stop before the word or. We don't have another subject. What I have at the local coffee shop, we call this a phrase. We understand that we are using the same subject. So who wants to study at the university library or at the local coffee shop? I. So I only have one subject in this sentence. The name of this sentence is a simple sentence. So now let's take a look at the example number 3. Phil was amused by the dancer's stage presence and graceful movements. Phil is my subject, was amused, was is the verb, amused is an adjective. By the dancer's stage present, after my verb, what I have here is a complement. We call that in grammar a complement. And then I have the word and, which is the conjunction. Notice that I don't put a comma. We don't need a comma in this case because after the word and, we have the word graceful movements. I do not have another subject. Graceful is an adjective and movement is a noun, but I'm still talking about feel and how he felt when he saw the dancer. Okay, so the name of this sentence is a simple sentence, even though this sentence is long. Do not get confused. Always find your subject and your verb and make this to guide you, to help you analyze the sentence. So you will have less errors when you need to put a comma. Now, in these 2 examples, we are going to see how we can join phrases with words using conjunctions. We still are not going to put a comma. That will be wrong. And finally, we still going to see that we are still working with simple sentences. All the examples before this, if you notice, were about simple sentences. So let's take a look. Example 2b. Joining phrases and words. Example number 1. My favorite foods are burritos and sushi. My favorite foods are. My favorite foods are. Notice which one is your subject. My favorite food. Food is a non-countable noun, but this is an exception because we are talking about something different. Burritos are not the same as sushi, they are different kinds. So it is correct to say foods in this case. So that's why I like to clarify how we use these words in English. So let's go back to our sentence. My favorite foods is my subject. Are is my verb. Burritos is my complement. And is my conjunction. Notice that I don't put a comma before and sushi. Sushi is my last noun. Everything together is one simple sentence. And what I'm doing right now is that I'm connecting the first phrase with a word. Let's take a look at example number 2. I will eat either a hamburger or a hot dog. I is my subject. Will eat is only one verb. Remember that will is not a verb, it is a modal. So it's modifying the verb eat. Eat is my verb. When we have a modal right before of a verb, we count them as one verb. So in this case, will eat is only one verb, either a hamburger or a hot dog. The first part, everything before or, I will eat either a hamburger, is a phrase. Then I have that part joined with a hot dog, with a noun. Everything together is only one sentence. Again, this is another example of a simple sentence, and I don't need to put a comma. See? Observe and practice with patience, so you are going to, I'm sure that with this lesson you're going to be able to master the rule, the comma rules. And my last slide showing you the different type of examples with simple sentences, but different combinations of nouns and phrases joined by conjunction will be this slide. And let's read this together again. So conjunctions can also join more than two items. In a series that lists more than two items, the coordinating conjunction precedes the final item. A comma should be placed before the coordinating conjunction. Now we have a series of what? Of nouns, and we are called them items. Okay, so items also can be verbs. Items also can be objects. Okay, let's take a look. Example number 1. I recently bought new straps, comma, straps is my first item. Petals is my second item, so that's why I'm going to put a comma before my coordinating conjunction, and my last item is toe clips for my bike. Let's analyze this sentence. I is my subject. Recently is my adverb. Both is the verb. New, everything is new. Straps, pedals, and toe clips are three different items. When I have more than two items, I need to put a comma. And before the coordinating conjunction, I need to put the comma. Everything here together is only one simple sentence. Let's take a look at sentence number 2. Jaime wants a tablet, a sword, or a cell phone for his birthday. Let's analyze this sentence. Jaime is my subject. Wants is my verb. A tablet is item number 1. A sword is item number 2. Comma before the coordinating conjunction, or a cell phone. A cell phone is my third item. For his birthday is my complement. Can you see? Still I have one simple sentence because we only have here one subject, one verb. The rest are just items. And this is the end of part 1 of this presentation, and soon I'm going to upload part 2.